Good morning, friends. Let's continue with the introduction to computer, a new topic, a new subject, chapter itself, operating system. So what exactly the operating system and what the different type of operating system, and what is the work of operating system we are going to see in this chapter. See, basically operating system is what? When you start your computer, it start with the Windows. You see, when you start, the BIOS will come, basic input output system, then it will go to the Windows. Windows is nothing but your operating system. Operating system is nothing but a heart of your computer. Just like in the human beings we have a heart, the same operating system is the heart of a computer system. So without operating system, a computer cannot start itself. So initially, when you know that in 95 or 94 we are using DOS, which is called disk operating system. After that, Windows has come into the market, Windows 95 and Windows then 98, then 2000, and Windows NT has come. Then after that, different version of the Windows has come. So Windows is from Microsoft. We all know that. And there is another different operating system like Linux. We have a Linux operating system, Unix operating system, and some other operating system, Mac, which is from Apple. So there is a different operating system available in the market right now. So basically, without operating system, your computer cannot start. So when you open your computer system, the first window you see in the desktop, which is nothing but your operating system, you can see there is a file management system. There is a fragmentation, which is with the help of with the help of operating system you can do. Then you can do the processing of the data. Then we can use not a single processing, multiple processing is also possible through operating system. Then whatever, just like at the same time you can do a lot of work. You can listen to music, same time you can play a game. So this is multitasking. In a simple form I can say the multitasking you are doing on your system. So at the same time you are seeing a movie, you can play a game, you can work on a word. So these all can done with the same time, so which is called multitasking operating system. Then we have a real-time operating system. There is a different kind of operating system. Then we have some advantages and disadvantages of operating system. We will see all these entire in this chapter, which is called operating system. So agenda. So we are going to check the operating system. What exactly the operating system? Its function and components. What are the functions? What are the components basically used in the operating system? Types, what I have asked you. Process and a program. See, basically operating system is nothing but a program which is created by the software developer and it runs in your system. So whenever you click, when you open a window and click somewhere in the file, so basically it runs the program backend side, which help them out to open your file. Then we have the real-time operating system, which is called RTOS. So we will see these all points, I can say, contents in this particular chapter. So starting with the operating system, what is an operating system? So you can see it is basically middleware between your hardware and your software application, between your application and hardware. So you can see that in the hardware we have a monitor, we have a keyboard, RAM, printer, drives. We have seen in the last class about the hardware. This is all the hardware. And application, just like any application which is you're running in your system. So in between these two applications, if you're running just like Word, so suppose application is your Word, Microsoft Word, and hardware is this. So in between these two there is operating system. So an operating system is a collection of software. It is nothing but a software. It is nothing but a program that manage computer. Basically main task of operating system to manage your system, to manage your computer, because without operating system you cannot manage your system. So hardware resources and provides common services for computer program. So there is a hardware resource, you can see this providing common service to the computer program. The operating system is a vital components of the system software in a computer system. Application programs an operating system to a function. So there is something called application program which is going through the operating system only with the help into the hardware. So basically operating system nothing but a heart of your program, and it is nothing but a software which run into your system, and because of that all the other systems are working perfectly. So this is all about the operating system definition. So functions of operating system, you can see the operating system, these are the some functions: allocate resources, manage disk and files, and monitor activities. So managing resources, so it managing resources, whatever the resources, in the sense your desktop, your desktop, your hardware, your files, it is managing all the things. Okay, it providing the space to your system, just like if you want to save something, so operating system is responsible for creating a space in your hard drive or in your RAM and storing over there. So it is managing your resources. Providing a user interface in the sense of GUI, graphical user interface, in which you are interacting directly with the system. So it is also the responsibility of the operating system to provide the user interface to the user as well as to the computer too. Running application, basically whatever the application is running, when you see sometimes you are downloading something, sometimes you have written something and you want to download something, that is also because of your operating system. When you there is some program which you allocate for that, it is running in the background. So running in the background, running in the foreground, each and everything come on because of your operating system. So all the resources, all the functions of the operating system, which include also running your applications. So what are the application are you using? Either you're using Excel, PowerPoint, Word, or some gaming system or something else, music, anything else, anything which is basic because of your operating system. It is running with the help of your operating system, either Windows or Linux, whatever. Support for built-in utility, it is supporting for your for each and everything. It provides a kind of support to each and every software which is used by the user or which is used by your system. Either you are using some Microsoft or some .NET, Java. Basically each and every software required a basically initially operating system, so it is supporting each and every software. Utility programs control the computer hardware, it is also manage your computer hardware, your hard drive, your keyboard, your monitor. So it is also responsible for manage your computer hardware, because I have told you it is working as a connectivity between your application and your hardware, which we have seen in the last slide. So basically it is also controlling your hardware. So hardware in the sense your keyboard, your monitor, your cabinet, and your hard drive, your RAM, each and everything can be managed by this operating system. You can see it is also managing the files and disk. So whatever the file you want to, suppose you want to, you have stored file somewhere, but you do not know where you have stored the file. So you know that in the Windows we have, in the left side we have option, when you're going for a start button we have option where you can search your file. So in the searching file, this is also managed by the operating system. They are providing one facility. With the help of that you can search your file. If you do not know where you have put where you have kept the file, so with the help of searching the file you can easily manage or you can easily understand where you have put the file, and with the help of that you can fetch the data very easily. Monitor activities, in the sense you're opening your monitor, with the help of that your resolution of your screen, each and everything can be managed by the operating system, brightness and each and everything. So allocate resources, what I have told you, where the memory has to allocate, where the file has to be allocated, it is allocating with the help of operating system, because operating system, I can say these are the heart, I have told you, heart of the computer. So heart, basically what it will do, it will pumping the blood, and it will circulate the blood in entire body, cleaning your blood and circulate in entire body. So the same wise this is operating system is working. It is basically managing your resources in the files, your data, your I can say that your spaces on all these activities has been managed by the operating system. So these are some functions of the operating system. So we can see the components, then we come to the components. Process management, how to process any file, how to process the data, how to process your systems. Each and everything has been managed by your operating system because they are the responsible to manage these activities. Then memory management, I have told you what is the size of the file and where these file has to fit. It is all the decision has been taken by the operating system. They are doing defragment. There is one property of the operating system which is called defragmentation. So with the help of defragmentation, what you can do, you can allocate the memory. I mean to say, if there is suppose at some disk, there is a different kind of disk in the system which you manage. Suppose you have a 500 GB hard drive, so you have make 250 GB for disk in your hard drive. So in every 250 GB, so what the 250 GB, it is not entire has been used. So operating in the defragmentation, what it will do, it will manage your memory. Where the requirement is more, it will push the space over there, and where is this requirement is less, it will make the space over there. So basically it is all done by the operating system. So it is managing the memory. Basically it is I can say the simple language in the system, operating system work as a manager which manage each and everything. It is also managing the memory. The input output device management, input output device in the sense your keyboard, your mouse, your monitor and your printer, each and everything has been managed by your operating system itself. So operating system basically it is responsible for these kind of management, input output device management. So it will manage your keyboard, it will manage your monitor, each and every input device, input output device what we have seen in the last classes. So each and every input output device has been managed by the operating system. Then file system, we have a file system in which you can store your data. Then again I have told you with the help of if you don't know where you have stored the file, so you can also search the file and you will get the file on your desktop itself. Protection, so it will also protect your data. Protection is very much important, security and protection. So operating system is also work as a security guard of your system. It will protect the data from intruders, from outside intruders. I can tell you that. So basically it is also work as a security guard. Network management, it will manage your network, different kind of network what we are using, LAN, MAN, WAN. Then all these networks has been managed by the operating system because there is an operating system. I have told you initially it is work as a manager. So each and every management activity which is required to manage your system has been done by the operating system. So network services, whatever the net in LAN, how you serve to the system, because LAN is a local area network in which you are not spread your network much bigger area. So how you manage those services, it is taken care by the operating system itself. Then user interface in the sense of UI. You know that UI we have learned graphical user interface and all other stuffs. So it is managed by the operating system. How you it is basically the interaction between the system or the system and the user. So how the user interface has been created, graphical user interface, how all those stuffs in the system itself is all managed by your operating system. Types of OS. So what are the types of OS you can see? So there is a different types of OS. We have a real-time operating system, single user, single task, single user multitasking, and multi-user multitasking. I'm coming with the single user and single task. There is a single user, just like I as a user, I am doing the single work. I am only working on the Word. I'm only working on the suppose PowerPoint, or either I am working on the Excel, or I am working on any XYZ application. So single user and single task, which is managed by the operator. So it is number one, a type of operating system. Second is Single user multitasking. I'm a single user, but I'm doing multitasking. At the same time, I'm listening a song. I'm writing something on my Word, and I'm doing something on Excel. And same times, I'm watching the movie. So all the multiple tasks you can do with the help of multitasking operating system. It is a single tasking operating system, multitasking operating system. They have a multiple user, multiple tasking. Multiple user can do multiple job in a single system. So this is called multiple user, multiple tasking. Just like single user, single tasking, then same time multiple user and multiple tasking. Just like two friends can same times can play a game in the I can say that your in your system, and they also can listen your songs. Each and everything can do. You can see the single user and then multiple user operating system. We are going to check these things in the detail. Then features of operating system. This is a reliable. These are operating system and reliable. You can rely on the operating system because basically it is manage your entire system. It is work as a manager. It is a management body, so you can rely on the operating system. Operations at all times. It will do operations. Operational or it will do different kind of operation. It is not a single kind of operation. It will work and it will get out, but not it will doing multiple operations. We have seen the multitasking and single tasking operating system, so it will doing a lot of work at the same time. Should coordinate and have good control of input and output operations and the devices on which they are performing. So basically it is providing a coordination between input and output devices like your keyboard, your mouse, your monitor. So there should be I can say that integration between all these stuff, otherwise it will not possible to give you an input and output at the same time. So operating system play a job to provide an integration in all these in IO devices. Enhance time sharing in a sense what the time required for what activity. So they are sharing the time according to as per the requirement. So operating system also do this kind of activity in which they are sharing the time. So there is one also operating system which is called time sharing operating system, which is not included over here, but it is also one operating system. So it is also doing the time sharing and all. So these are some features of the operating system. So examples of computing devices which uses operating. So what are the devices basically you can use in our day-to-day life which are using operating system? We have a computers. We have seen computers, laptop, desktop, whatever, laptop, desktop, palm top, everything. So we are using operating system in the computers. We have seen the Windows operating system, which is very common. Very much common for everyone, either in the business purpose, for a student purpose, for college, for universities, for each and everything. Windows is very common and we get Windows very easily in the market, any license version basically. So which is required, first of all, operating, that is a very common operating system and very reliable and very user friendly operating system. Each and everyone know about the Windows and their properties, and they can easily use this Windows operating system from the market, and they can utilize because there is a lot of options available, and we have seen it is very easy, and we know each and everything about the Windows, I can say that. Then we have mobile phone in which we have a different operating system. You know that Nokia basically using the Windows phone when they launched some phones, Lumia, in which they are using the Windows operating system, and after that Android operating system. Most of the time, most of the mobile phone they are using the Android. Then Google is also using their own operating system. So Google has their own operating system. So there is a different kind of operating system available in the market. Then in the mobile we have a different operating. Then 3D televisions also, in which 3-dimension television, they are also using operating system in which they can work. So basically they can connect your PC directly to your I can say the television, and you can operate. Then video games. So video games are also required operating system, because without operating system you cannot run your video games if you are using in your computer systems. Then ATM machine, what we are using nowadays, banking ATM machine, they also require an operating system. With the help of operating system only they can run their application software, because operating system is a basic software which is required for each and every machine to run that particular program in their system. And apart from the operating system, you can utilize any other I can say that application, but basic what we required is operating system. And apart from operating system, you can add any other applications which you require. Ticket vending machine, then we have a ticket vending machine. You know that in the railway station we have a lot of ticket vending machine. They have application for ticket vending machine, but also they require some software. You can see when you go in any ticket vending machine, if it is not working, you can see the back side. There is windows. Most of the time you find windows. The same thing you can see in the ATM. When the ATM is not working, you can see in the background side they are using operating system. Sometimes you can find out the Windows itself they are using in their operating system, and same we can find out in the ticket vending machine itself. So these are some computer devices, basically those are using an operating system. So examples of computing devices which don't use the operating system, some device which is not using operating system, also just like speed meter. We don't require in the speed meter any operating system, which is very small device, and without operating system it can work. Digital watches, no, we don't require, because in the watches we are not running any applications, because we require a time and some other application which is related to your heartbeat and your movement, each and everything, but we don't require each and everything through the we are not running any applications over there, any software over there. Though we require to run that particular software, we require any operating system. Microwaves, we don't require any operating system, but because there is no any applications or any software which run in the microwave. Washing machines, we don't require software. Calculators, we don't require operating systems. So basically these are some machines where we don't require the operating systems basically. And we have seen the last slides, there is some machines in which there is a mandatory which for that we require an operating system. So advantages of operating systems, it is easy to use, because you know that I have told you operating system are user friendly. So it is very easy to use, because without operating system you cannot work. Your system itself is not work. You cannot do anything, any application. You cannot run basically any application. So if you want to run any application, you require a Windows at least. So easy to use. Next is user friendly. It is very user friendly. We have seen the Windows 95, 98, then 2000, Windows NT. These are the very user friendly. Then we have seen the Windows 2007, then 2010 is come. So these are very user friendly. There is not any complexity you will find to operate that particular operating system. So it is very user friendly. Intermediate between all hardware and software of the system, we have seen it is work as an intermediary. So it is work as an interface between your other application or other software and your hardware. So basically when you want to run any other applications, like if you want to run Corel Draw, or you want to run any other software, so basically you require your operating system. So operating system work as an intermediary between your hardware and your new software or applications. No need to know any technical language. Yes, there is no need to use any technical language such that Java or .NET. Only you need to know how to operate, and it is not very much complex, very much difficult to understand about the running of any operating system. It is very much easy. Any XYZ person can easily understand, and within a day they can start working on operating system. It's the platform for all program. Basically, I have told you require basic operating system to run your system. So it is become a platform for all your program. It will run all your program in the system itself. So there is no need to worry about that, because all your program will run on your system. So this is all your about the advantages of operating system. Some disadvantages also. Obviously, if some applications or some software has an advantage, there is a disadvantage of also. Process cause everywhere. So if any problem affected in OS, you may lose all the contents which have been stored already. So if you know that if any problem will come, if damage, power failure or any damage will come, it will wash out all your entire work or entire files, whatever you have put over there. Sometimes your Windows is crash. Sometimes we use the word operating system has been crash. If the operating system has been crash, then it is very difficult to restore all your data again and again. So it is difficult. So if disadvantages, I found this is the very crucial disadvantage. I can say that an unwanted user can use your own system. Unwanted user can use your own system. So any unwanted user, I have told you, intruders can also enter into your system. You can use the password. There is a facility in the operating system that you can use a password protected. You can write, you can take your some password and you can protect your system. But at the same time, some unwanted user or some intruders can enter into your system and they can spread the viruses and they can corrupt your files and they can easily corrupt your operating system too. So these are the some disadvantages what I have found in while using the operating system. So these are the two only disadvantages over the five or six advantages. So there is, I have told you, there is also when you are using any product, any application, there is also some disadvantages. So these are some disadvantages what I have found. So process and program. A process, what we know that process basically operating system process to different programs. A process evokes or initiates a program. It is an instance of a program that can be multiple and running the same application. So in an operating system, you can run a single or multiple applications. A process evokes or initiate a program. Basically, when your operating system start, it will initiate one program. It takes the instance and that can running our same. So at the same times in the same program, you can run other applications too. Just like Windows is your one program, is nothing but your program. In the Windows, you can use some other applications like Corel Draw or some other. So this is kind of program, process and program. Then example, Notepad is one program that can be opened twice. So Notepad you can open twice. There is not needed that a single Notepad you have open and so you cannot open another Notepad. So single a Notepad can be open twice, and Word, Excel, these all application you can multiple use you can use. I can say that. Then we have a real-time operating system. What we have seen in the types of operating system. An operating system intended to serve real-time application requests. So whatever the real-time application will come, it will intended to work only for that. So whatever the real-time application will come, it will work on that. An RTOS, real-time operating system, has an advantage algorithm for scheduling. So when you schedule anything, there is a scheduling property or algorithm. If you schedule something, so it will show you. There is lot of time we are scheduled and we are for 1 hour, for 2 hours for downloading and those stuff. So those things we can done through real-time operating system. Algorithm used in, so there is some algorithm used in real-time operating system, which is cooperating scheduling, preemptive scheduling. I'm only written the name. There is no in your course. This is not required in details. Only for knowledge purpose, I have taken this. Rate monotonic, round robin, fixed priority or preemptive scheduling. It is an implementation for pre-time scheduling, slicing, fixed priority, scheduling with deferred preemptions and fixed priority non-preemptive scheduling. Then critical section preemptive scheduling and static time scheduling. Earliest deadline file approach and stochastic digraph with multiple threaded graph traverse. So these are not in our course, but I have put because I require that you understand about the algorithm. These are the algorithm, different kind of algorithm for use in the real-time operating system for scheduling your application for job. So these are the RTOS. So scheduling scheduling in the sense running, executing on the CPU. When your CPU start, it will executing something, so it is nothing but a running. Ready in the sense ready to be execution. It is ready to execute your program. Blocked, waiting for event, just like IO input output. Or example, if something is blocked, so it is waiting for something from the user side, just like they have not given some input output, or they have not given any command, so it is blocked. So there is in the scheduling RTOS we have running, ready and block. Only three purposes. Example of device which with real-time operating system. Some devices with real-time operating system like Lynx OS is mostly used in real-time embedded system. Embedded system is nothing but a kind of software basically used in machine. In application for avionics, aerospace and military industrial process control and telecommunication. So Lynx OS, this is a different kind of operating system which is used in embedded system, and embedded system has been used in industrial work. They are using avionics, aerospace and military and industrial process control and telecommunication. Basically, embedded system is most of the time is used in electronic device. So that's why this kind of embedded system is using Lynx OS. ENIA OS. OS is one of the most widely used RTOS in the world. According to mobile analyst firm Vision Mobile, OSE has been deployed in over 1.75 billion mobile handsets at the end of the June 2010. ENIA OSE is shipped in hundreds of millions of mobile phones each year and over half of the world's 3G based stations. So you know that ENIA OS have been used in the mobile. Basically, it is just like Android. There is another OS which is called ENIA. So ENIA OSE is used in the mobile device. So more than 1.75 billion mobile handsets have been used this operating system in the market. Basically, ENIA operating system we are not using in India. It is outside of India, and I myself cannot found this kind of operating system in any of the Indian mobile. Correct. So these are the two real-time operating system which is called Lynx OS, which is basically used in any electronic industry, and ENIA mobile which is used in the mobile. So how RTO is different, how real-time operating system is different from our regular operating system. The key difference between general computing operating system and real-time operating system is need for deterministic timing behavior. General computing non-real-time operating system and often quite non-deterministic. See, in the real-time operating system, when you are using any real-time applications, just like in the mobile and aerospace industry or any electronic industry, then those mobile system have been used because they can easily manage those services, which has been not taken care by the Windows and some other operating system. So for every I can say the end industry or every application, where different kind of operating system have been used. There is something disadvantages obviously in the Windows and some other operating systems, so that's why they are not using these kind of operating system in their own industry. So there is because Windows might be not work in the real-time operating system as much as ENIA and Lynx OS has been used. So real-time operating system are often used in embedded solutions. So most of the we are using embedded solution, and embedded solution most of the time used in the electronic industry. That is computing platform that within another device, while real-time operating system are typically designed for and used with embedded systems. So most of the time real-time operating system have been used for embedded system. So embedded system I can say that vice versa, embedded system can be used a real-time operating system only. And most of the time embedded system has been used in electronic device, electronic gadgets, and like aerospace industry, big manufacturing industry over there. Conclusion. So all entire what we have learned entire, so I have written one computer. So world without operating system is like a human without a heart. So operating system is very much important for every system, I can say. Either you are using laptop, desktop, palm top, anything, or either using mobile and or the ATM machine and ticket vending machine, all those stuff we require an operating system. So here we are completing our one small chapter which is called operating system. I have concluded over here. So next start with another chapter. System software. So system software is what? There is two kind of software, system software and application software. So application software which basically run for your application, like different kind of application, like your Word, Excel. These are the all application software in which you are doing some application. In system software is nothing but which is related to your system. Just like operating system is nothing but your system software. So these system software which is basically used in your system itself. So software. So software is set to, so there is two kind of software you can see. Software is a set of a computer program which are designed and developed to perform specific tasks. Every software is designed for purpose, designing purpose is only for some specific task desired by the user or by the computer itself. So there is something in the mind of the computer developer that I am designing this software, and what is the purpose of this software have been utilized over there. So software which is system software and application software. So system software is system control program, system support program, and system development program. So system software which is only related with your systems, and application software which is general purpose or for some specific purpose. General purpose like Word, Excel and all those stuff. Then we have a notepad, painting. These are all software. This is application software, and system software is all about system control, system support, and system development program. So there is a two category itself with the software or system and application. We do not right now taking any application software. We are most focusing on the system software only. So we have a system control. Basically system software is all about your working on your system, which is related to your system itself. There is no need to think about apart from that. So about the system control, system support, and system development, whatever which is related to your system, we are checking with the system software itself. So the system software is a collection of a program. Every software is a collection of program designed to operate, control, and extend the processing and capabilities of a computer itself. So you can see the computer, whatever the computer supporting software is required, which is nothing but a system software. These are generally prepared by computer manufacturer. Who is manufacturing the computer? They are only using this. So these software perform a variety of functions like file editing, store management, resource accounting, IO management. So these are some functionality of the particular system software. Just like they are editing the file editing has been done by the system software. Then storage management is also, resource accounting, resource management, IO management. So these are done by operating system. So operating system is nothing but your system software. You can see the role of system software over here. So system software is nothing but, you can see the virtual machine interface. So interface is, this is the user, and it is directly interacting with the software and software interacting with the hardware. So the same thing we have seen in the last operating system, where application, operating system, and hardware. So application is your application software, In middle one, operating system is your nothing but your system software and hardware. The same thing over here. We have a system software. We have a which is nothing but your operating system. Here we have an application over here. Then we have a hardware. So interface A, interface B, which is virtual machine interface and actual machine interface. The virtual machines, these are entire virtual machines. So these are basically system software provide a intermediary between application and the hardware, or user and the hardware. So this is all about the role of the system software. So type of a system software. Type of a system software. We have a system control, system support, and system development. There is a three kind of system software. One is control, system support, and development and control. Only three software. They control the execution of a program, manage and the storage and the processing resource of a. So control, you need to understand about the control. What exactly your system is controlling, where your operating system is controlling. Those work has been taken care by the system control program. Just like execution of the program, manage and storage something, and processing resources of a computer. So these all can be done by your system controls programs. Computer and perform other management and monitoring functions. Example, your operating system. So operating system can do these kind of activities. So that's why all the control related task which is done by the operating system, it is come under the system control program. So system control program is nothing but your operating system, directly or indirectly. Then we have a system support program. They provide routine services functions to other computers. So whatever routines, functions, services to the other functions, other computers, programs, and computer users. Example, utility program. So it is supporting, basically utility program is nothing but a supporting program for your operating system. So they provide routine services function to the other programs. So it is supporting to other computer program. So it is just like any utility program. Then system development program. They assist in the creation of publication programs. So just like language translation, like interpreter, compiler, and assembler. So compiler, interpreter, and assembler, they are also software which is basically developing something over there in the system. So these are the three types of system software: system control, system support, and system development. So system control, initially starting the system control, which is nothing but your operating system. An operating system is an integrated set of specialized programs that are used to manage overall resources and the operations of a computer. So we know about the operating system, what exactly it do. So this is the operating system. What is this do? It will language services, it will manage your services as like interpreter, assembler, and compiler. It will manage your memory, loader, garbage collector, linkers. Whatever the garbage is there, it will collect over there. It will load the memory. It will link the memory. Then information manager, file system, and database system. It will manage your file. It will manage your database. Then we have a scheduler. We schedule your job. We have seen in RTOS last class. In the last slide itself. And we see utilities, which is text editors, graphics. These kind of utilities, applications, programs, which basically managed by the operating system. So overall picture, if you find a system control program which is manage all these activities, starting with the language services, memory manager, information manager, scheduler, and utility. So these all can be managed by single operating systems. So operating system continued. Main functions. What are the main functions of operating system? So we have a memory management. We can see the memory management, processor management, device management, file management, security, control over system performance, and job accounting. We have seen all these functionality in the last operating system slides. So we know about the how it is basically your what do you call operating system manage your memory. I have told you with the help of fragmentation, where the memory is most required and where the memory is least required. This decision has been taken care by your operating system itself. Then process management, which should go first, which should go late. So it is depends on FIFO, which is first in first out, and LIFO, last in first out. It is depends on what the process, what is the priority of the task, Then we device management, it is manage all the devices, your hardware, your software. It is all managed by your operating system. Then we have a file management, which is also done by the operating system, which I know I have told you about. Each and every file, where to maintain, where to cap the file, how to search that particular file, it is all managed by your operating system. Then security, we have talked about the security features. There is options available in the Windows itself that you can lock your system. You can use some password protection. With the help of that, no intruders can enter into your system. Then control over system performance, we can see how your system is performing, what you can control that also. Then job accounting also can be done by your operating system, where how to operate your job, how to about job accounting itself. System support program and utility program. Supporting, we have seen controlling, then supporting we required. So utility program services programs are provided by the computer manufacturer to perform tasks that are common to all data processing installation. The task, so it is system support program is given by the who is manufacture your software itself. So they are giving this kind of software or program to manage your systems. So just like sorting of data. So you can sort the data with the help of different tasks. You can use editing your output. You can easily edit. Dumping of data in disk or tape. You can copy paste. Dumping of data in the sense some data is available in your desk and you want to copy those data into your CD, that can be possible. Tracing the operation of a program. So you can also use the operations of a program with the help of tracing. Copying data from one recording medium to another. So copying data from one recording medium, I mean to say, there is nowadays there is a software with the help of that you can easily copying data from one device to another device. So these are all operations have been performed by the system support programs. Then system development programs, it is language translator, which is we have seen assembler, interpreter and compiler. So language translation, or also called language processor, which is processing. Main functions translate high level language to low level language. Basically computers only understand the byte 0 and 1. They do not understand A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So what these system development program will do, when you write anything with the help of keyboard, it will convert that language in a computer understand language. Computer understanding language. So basically that will go like that. So basically that will go like that. So system developer program is responsible to convert that language into the computer understanding language. So translate high level language into the low level language. Check for and identify syntax error that may be present in the program being installed. So whenever you install any program, if there is any syntax error have been find out, it will taken care by the system development program. So system development program is taken care by those stuffs also. So these all language related processing has been taken care by of the system development program, which is language translation, translator. So there is a 3 types of translator available in our system, which is assembler, interpreter and compiler. I'm not going to detail because there is no need to go deeply detailed in this assembler, interpreter and compiler. So small about the assembler. Translate a source program into the corresponding object program. So whatever the source program you want, you can easily convert into the object program. So this is a simple layman language about the assembler. Assembler task it will do, convert symbolic codes into the binary form, convert symbolic address into the binary. So whatever the symbolic form is there, it will convert into the binary, which is easily understood by your system. Perform assembler service request by the sudo ops. So assembler services requested put translator instruction into the file for future use. So these are the some assembler task, and this is the assembler, because what it will do, it will simply convert the program which is simply convert the language which is understood by your computer system, which is nothing but your binary. How the assembler work? So you can see assembling, so it will start here source program, which is nothing but assembly language. It will go into the assembler. Then we have a machine language program over here. Then loader, machine language program loaded into memory, then hardware and results. So this is the processing of assembler. How the assembler work? Initially start with the assembly language, assembler, so assembly language, which is source program. Then it will go to the assembler, it will machine program, object, it is the objective program, your object program over here. Then it will go to the loader into your machine, then machine language loaded into your memory, and it will go to the hardware, and from there you will get your result. So whenever you write anything, so this is follow these much of process. Then you go, if you write one, so it is going immediate one is going to this much process, then it will show you one into your system, which is very negligible time. You cannot calculate those times. So it is following these much of process, then you can see the one in your system. Next is interpreter. So a language translator that translates one program statement at a time into machine code. You can see, so program statement in between interpreter. So whatever you write, it will interpret and it will convert into the machine code and it will show you in the output. The same thing assembler. So this is the process of interpreter. Third one is compiler. A language translator that convert a complete program into machine language to produce a program that the computer can process it entirely. So basically, and there is a difference between interpreter and compiler. Interpreter will take line by line. It will not convert the entire program, but compiler will convert entire program in a once. Interpreter is read line by line, but compiler will convert each and every program, entire program at a once. So you can see stage one, it will go computer program, it will go into compiler, then it will go to machine program. From machine program, it will directly execute the program to your computer. So only one difference in the compiler interpreter. This compiler take entire program at once, but interpreter will take program line by line. It will convert the language line by line. It will not. It is unable to take entire code itself. So this is the only difference between interpreter and compiler. So this is we are also about to complete our two things we have completed today about the operating system and about the system software. So system software, we know that operating system we have seen about the operating system and different kinds of operating system, and what are the object why we are using operating system, and what are the requirement of the operating system. We have seen this entire in the operating system itself. So operating system, nothing but I have told you it is a machine, heart of the computer, which is work just like our heart. And there is different kind of operating system, like we have seen the single user single processing, multiple user multiple processing, and real-time operating system. Then there is a different task performed with the help of operating system. We have seen advantages and disadvantages of operating system. All these done by in the program itself. And after that we have seen that different type of real-time operating system. We have seen the ENIA OS and Link OS, which is embedded into the embedded system, Link OS, and then we have seen the ENIA OS, which is basically linked with your mobile. So there is a different kind of operating system available. Some work for desktop, laptop, and some other works for your mobile. So ENIA, which is basically has created long back by the some US company, and they are using a lot of these kind of software in their own mobile system. But those kind of software we have not used in India. We are using Android. Most of the mobile phone are using Android software, apart from Apple, because they are using their own software, and Google, they are using their own software. So I can say that we can say that most of in Indian mobile phone are using Android, and in the desktop and laptop we are most of the time we are using our what do you call these Windows, correct? And these are the few softwares, and apart from the operating system, we have seen the system software. So system software is nothing but your operating system kind of software, assembler, compiler, which is basically inbuilt software. When manufactured, we are not putting any other software, but it is an inbuilt software in the system itself. So those software, like we are using operating system, which is control program, system control program, and we have a three type of software available in this. I can say that system software. So you can see there is a three kind of system software we have learned: system control, system support, and system development. So all three you have to understand. All the three software you need to understand. What are the control software do? What are the support software do? And what are the development software do? So control software is nothing but basically like your operating system, which control each and everything, which manage your file, which manage your data, which manage your time, so resources. So I have told you operating system nothing but working as a manager, which manage each and every task of your system. Whatever the task performed by your system, it is easily managed by your operating system. So that's why it is called system control, because it has control over others program, other functions. So basically it is called system control program. Then we have system support. So support in the sense it's provide routine services, functions to others computer program and computers users, like utility program. Some utility program which one program is supporting to another program, correct? So it is called support program, which is utility program. Then development program, which basically work as a language converter, so assisting translator, which translate your language, I mean to say human language, into the computer language, because human language computer cannot understand the human language. What we are talking, it is unable to understand with the computer. So basically computer understand only binary language, 0 or 1 form. So these three software, assembler, interpreter, and compiler, these three software basically responsible to convert the human language into the machine language. So they are the responsible for that, and they are doing the same task. So system development programs perform using these three software: assembler, interpreter, and compiler, which perform the task to convert the human language into their system language. System language. So this is all about the system control program, system support, and system development program. So here we have completed a system about the system program. In the next class we are going to check about we have seen in primary and secondary storage devices in this, and more about some other about some languages might be able to start, just like C, C++, or Java, whatever there in your syllabus, and we'll see more and more about some other things which help us out to understand about this and complete as soon as possible. So we can conclude over here today, and we'll see in the next class tomorrow itself what we can learn more and more about this what you call input and output primary and secondary devices, basically, which basically use in in our system, just like some primary and primary secondary memory and all. So we can see tomorrow about these. So today I'm concluding over here, and tomorrow again we will start fresh